Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is Brunch Boxing. I'm your host, Matt, and I'm here with a very special guest coming off one of the biggest victories of his career. It was one of the biggest betting upsets of the weekend. We have the Phantom, Tony Hirsch Jr. What's going on, Tony? Are you with us, Tony? Hey, Tony, can you hear us?
All right, I'm back.
Okay, can you hear us?
All right,
Can you hear us, Tony?
can't hear you.
What did we do to fix this last time, Huey?
Still can't hear none.
If you're talking, Huey, I can't hear you.
It might be something on the audio side on his phone if
Okay,
he's not. Oh, you can
okay,
hear us,
here you go.
Tony?
Yep, yep.
All right. Matt, he says he can hear us now.
Okay, well, whatever you just did, Huey,
I
don't
can't, I can't hear Matt still.
he can't hear me.
Nah,
Oh,
But he
Matt,
just answered.
he can
yeah,
read your lips.
I can't hear
Oh.
Matt.
Matt, Matt,
Is he reading my lips or can he hear me?
he, he said he could read. Earlier, he was saying he could read. He could read your lips when you were on the camera, but he couldn't hear you. So Tony, can you hear me but not Matt?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, Matt, try to switch your microphone over to something else. See if that helps.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me,
O-
Huey?
Okay,
I
I
can
can hear
hear
you
you.
now, Matt.
Okay, so everyone can hear me. Yeah?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, let's take it from
Oh,
the top, Huey.
technical difficulties here, man.
Oh man. Nah, but you know what? Listen, you're coming off a huge victory. It was a big upset in the gambling books. You were like a minus 2,400 underdog, but you ended up getting it done. You beat Robert Merriweather III in the Zuffa boxing match. Bro, how are you feeling coming out of that fight?
Man, I feel amazing. As you said, like I was a huge underdog, but I didn't really let it get to me. I just knew what I was capable of and believed in my team and my training camp. So I didn't really let what everybody, what everybody going against me affect me. I just believed in myself, had that confidence going into the fight, and let it just add fuel to the fire, basically.
Now, as a fighter, right? You know that people are counting you out. You're an underdog. Like, what does that do to your mental? Is it like, yo, what are they talking about? I know that I can beat this guy. I know I'm better than they think I am. Like, what's your mentality going into a fight like that under those circumstances?
Yeah, it's basically like that. It's basically wanting to show people that I can beat the guy that they think that's this top amateur standout and this future prospect. So that, like I said, it just for me, it makes me want to go harder in that fight. Like it makes you just want to show people like I am that guy. I'm that dude.
Now, you yourself, you only had, I think, about four amateur fights, if I'm not mistaken. You don't have like a long amateur background. How did you make it to the sport of boxing?
My father, he was a boxer, but he started late. So he started around like 21, 22.
Uh-huh.
But I say around the time he started is kind of when he started teaching me boxing, just because as far as like self defense stuff, like you just know how to fight, really, like being in Oakland and shit. I was fighting a lot like as a kid and stuff. So he was like, he didn't want nothing to happen to me. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna show you boxing, but he wanted to keep me in the gym, so I just stayed around the gym actually. And while I was in the gym with him, he was, sparring with Andre Ward and stuff like that. So I was able to see them, train together and shit like that.
Now, your dad, Tony Hirsch Sr., they call him the king of the 14-day notice. You
Yeah.
know, he was basically known for coming on short notice and putting in work, man. He went undefeated for like a few years before he decided to retire. What kind of influence has your dad had on your short boxing career so far?
Has a major impact. Cause like he basically like took a lot of risks in the sport of boxing for not knowing, since he started so super late and really didn't have nobody behind him. He took a lot of risks, and now that he took those risks, he's able to teach me things and like not let me get, you know, messed over, by people that that might try to take advantage of me basically.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Have you had any like talks with Andre Ward? I know your dad basically came up in the gym, was a chief sparring partner for him for many years. Have you had a chance to talk to Andre either going into this fight or coming out of this fight?
Um Going into the fight, I mean, we didn't really have a chance to have a convo. It was just kind of like a, what's up? Like, kind of, we just kind of passed by because so much was going on. We haven't spoke after the fight yet, uh, personally, but he spoke to my father though. So, I do want to talk to him, say what's up to him. I ain't like really seen him in a minute, but it's crazy because I actually remember when we was at King's Gym um like a while back. This was I was a young kid though. Like I was getting in trouble for school for fighting actually, and he was coming to me like, man, why you in trouble? Why getting in trouble and stuff at school? I'm like, right, because these people trying to pick on me like. You feel me? They picking on me and everything. He was like, just go tell the teachers. I'm like, I don't want to look like no coward or nothing. So he was just like, man, you ain't gonna look like no coward. You just gonna stay out of trouble. So it was like, it was cool. We had a little relationship back in the day. But as I grew older, I moved to Stockton, so I wasn't able to be around the Bay as much and be around boxing as much.
Now, you turned pro uh kind of late ish. What made you go away from boxing, and how'd you find your way back to the sport?
Um, I moved, like I said, I moved to Stockton with my mom, um, for school and stuff. So I was boxing. I was still boxing my freshman year of high school. And then after that year, I ended up moving with my mom, and she was living in Stockton. So while I stopped because my dad was still in Oakland, and that's where he was training at mostly. And it would have been like it was gonna be a hard commute to go back and forth like every day. It's like an hour drive, really, like an hour and a half drive. So it was gonna be hard to do. Um, and then me coming back, what happened was I dropped out of college. My freshman year of college, I dropped out, and then when I came back to Oakland, that's when I was able to pick it back up and start training boxing again.
What were you studying while you were in college?
Kinesiology.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you were gonna be doing something with athletics no matter what.
Yeah. I was kind of always just around athletics and sports. When I moved, I did other sports like I did basketball, I did track, I did football also. So I was just kind of all around the sport game.
Now, going back to boxing, was it like riding a bike, or did you have like a damn, it's been so long I've been out of the ring, this is a little bit different kind of moment?
Um, it was a little rough for sure. Especially when I started sparring again, I was like, God damn. But I mean, I started picking it up quick though. Especially that first year, like my first year comeback, it was like a super crazy improvement. And then I had to get my body back in boxing shape because I was still like in the football shape. My chest was like hella poofy from doing like hella benching and shoulder on the chest workouts and stuff like that. So I just had to get more in a boxing shape instead of football. But once I did that, everything started running a lot more smooth.
Yeah, and then obviously you turned pro. You've been winning. You had a couple draws on your record. What did you learn from those fights where you didn't come away with the victory? You came away with the draw.
Um, learn from those fights. Um, I learned that I gotta be in the right mental state, and I can't underestimate nobody. And then also, um, uh, well, yeah, those are the main two things. Yeah.
Now, what did you learn about yourself this past Sunday after you beat Robert Merriweather?
I learned that I have real grit, that I can get real gritty. Cause usually a lot of my fights, it hasn't really, I didn't really have to be in a dog fight like that. It's
Yeah.
been always kind of I've been able to outbox most of these fighters, but in that fight I really had to show a lot of heart and dig deep.
Now, he was supposed to be the big signee going into this fight. He was supposed to be the big prospect going into this fight. Coming out of this fight, you're the big prospect now. What's that like for you?
Man, I'm still trying to get used to it. Honestly, I'm not really used to being the prospect. It's kind of like I'm trying to knock off the prospect. So it's feeling good. Like I'm getting all the attention and stuff, but well, that's still gonna have to. It's just gonna come with it, basically. Like my main focus is still gonna be, always getting better.
Now, how soon do you want to come back into the ring?
Um, um, I don't really have a date or how soon I want to. I would say when I was just I'm gonna talk to my team and just see where we go from there. We're gonna get back to camp as soon as possible, or we're gonna get back to training as soon as possible. And then we're gonna talk to Zufa, see what they want to line up for me, and then we'll go from there.
Now, how did you end up hooking up with Zufa in the first place?
My manager, Sam Garcia, he has a relationship with one of the people there. I believe his name is Charles. Um, he has a relationship with him, and
Oh, that's the guy from 360, the matchmaker.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he was able to talk to him and give me a 3 fight contract with him. So I got about 2 more fights. I'm on my contract. That was my
Hey,
first fight with Zufa.
you got to make them count, man.
Definitely,
You
yeah,
got to make them count, man. It's like now or never. It's almost
for
as if
sure.
like, hey,
And I feel
I'm
like
not
the
saying.
first,
Uh
the
huh. Go
first, my
ahead.
bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I feel like the first contract, like when you like on a short fight, I mean, or short, yeah, a small fight contract like that, I feel like it's more like a prove it contract until you get your next one.
Yeah, yeah. And listen, you already started proving it with your victory over Robert Merriweather. I'm sure he's gonna be looking to get back sometime in the future. But the good thing about Zufa, this is the one thing I say to fighters, a lot of these other promoters, if you beat a guy that you're not supposed to beat, they just go automatically do a rematch right away. But with Zufa, they're like, yo, you survive, you advance, you go on to the next level. So for you, I know you're probably going to be doing like a much bigger fight. You've been fighting mostly 6 rounders and 8 rounders. How soon until you want to move to the 10 round level?
Um, we gonna take. I want to get there soon, but I also don't want to rush it. This is actually my first 8 rounder, so maybe have like a few more 8 rounders and get comfortable with that first before I move to the tens.
Now, your first 8 rounder was against a decorated amateur, supposed to be a highly touted prospect. You were able to come away with the victory. Like, what was the feeling like rounds 7 and 8, where you're like, damn, I've never been in this position before?
It would, and honestly, it wasn't bad. Like I felt comfortable. I felt in shape. I didn't really feel gas. I felt like I could have went. We could if it was a 10 rounder. I would have been able to go another 2 rounds. So It wasn't like I was in a bad situation. I felt comfortable up in there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So after you win, what's the celebration like?
Man, I mean, honestly, I don't do nothing crazy, so it was mainly just spending time with family. Um, just seeing everybody that came out to support from the Bay Area.
Hmm.
Because a lot of them flew out, so we just all had a good little dinner, spend time with each other. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Now,
I don't really be outside like that.
growing up in the Bay, obviously we know Andre Ward comes from the Bay. Your dad comes from the Bay. The Bay does have a rich boxing history, but not a lot of events out there like that. Is fighting in the Bay one of your goals for some time in your career, like a big headlining event?
Yes, hell yes, that'd be wonderful. Like if it was somewhere like Oracle or something, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, bring the city out.
Hell yeah, cause man, like I already brought like a good amount of people out to a club show, so I can't even imagine like on a really big stage like what that would look like, man.
Yeah, that'll be pretty dope. How is it fighting at the Apex and training at those UFC facilities?
It was cool. The venue was nice. I loved the Apex. Everything was nice up in there. And then the UFC facility, they had everything you needed, like any machine, any type of workout you wanted to do, they got it all there. Upstairs they got all the boxing stuff for the UFC stuff you want to do. A lot of bags. And they also got recovery stuff. They got recovery stuff. They got meal plans. Anything you need, they got it. They got it there. So it was cool to see, honestly.
Now, how big of a change is that from what you're used to? Like I know, at least a lot of the fighters that I talked to that signed with Zuffa, they were basically saying how they used to basically have to figure out things on their own, and now working with Zuffa, they kind of feel like a professional athlete. Like what's the transition for you been like?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it was. Everybody been having to figure out on their own, but like with Zuffa, it's like they treat everybody the same, so they gonna take care of you if you with them. Like I said, all the fighters, anything at the UFC facility, you can get the fighters get it for free. They get it completely free, so they take care of you very well. It's all you really gotta do is just ask them for whatever you need, or schedule to go to the PI, and they got you.
Now you're in the 135-pound division. It's actually the most stacked division that Zuffa has right now. Are you kind of looking at your surroundings, like some of the other names in the division that you might have to cross paths with in the future?
Definitely, yeah. I'm gonna have to see a few of them for sure, especially the way that they matching up. It ain't like it ain't no easy fight, so I'm definitely gonna have to be looking at a few of them fights.
Now, is there any guys in particular that you might want to fight, like Justin Valoria or Rayo Valenzuela or Mark Maxai or anybody like that?
There's not nobody specifically that I want to fight, but um, whoever gets to the belt first, I take them.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, maybe who knows? Maybe you'll get to the belt first.
Yeah,
I
for
have I
sure.
have a feeling this is just me reading the tea leaves. I have a feeling they're gonna match you up with Justin Valoria next.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cause he's another guy that's like you guys are like on the same level of rise where you're like knocking on the door of contender and they're probably ready to like see what you got, see if they can move you to that level. And they're probably gonna do, what they do, match them up and see who wins.
Yeah. And then I'll be the contender,
Yeah, hey, listen, man.
huh?
And it's funny because people talk about the Zuffa belt and what does the Zuffa belt mean to the fighters. In your own words, what would it mean to you to be able to become a Zuffa boxing champion?
Um, it would mean a lot. Just being a champion in general. Like it would mean a lot to my family. You know, we we've been through a lot, and we still going through a lot as we speak. So um, I'm trying to do the best I can to bring positivity for us.
Hmm.
And me winning that fight was a great start for for just like I said, what we've been through these past few days.
Yeah, man. It looks like everything's on the up and up for you. Looks like we have a couple questions from the listeners. Well, Big Dog Lukey says, "Tell Tony what's up." It's Lukey. So,
What's up,
oh,
Lukey?
you know what?
Shout out to
That's
you,
my guy,
man.
Lucas Cattell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know Luke. Yeah, I think he's from Sacktown. Um, Martin wants to know: Has Tony been asked about his ambitions, and is there any worry about how Zufa has handled Jao Opataya? Nah, what the hell does he care about Jao Opataya? That's his
I,
business.
yeah, I don't even know what happened with Jai Overtime.
Yeah, but I do like the first part of the question. What are your ambitions in the sport? Now that you're here, now that you got a big victory, now that you know you belong here, what are some of your ambitions?
Just to keep rising, keep growing, keep getting better, and staying consistent, staying away from distractions. You know, just working hard. Really, I just always been known for being a hard worker.
Yeah,
So I
man.
just want to
Hey,
keep
it
it
runs
keep
in
the
the
thing
family.
going. Yeah, I just want to keep it going, and not not get away from it just because things are starting to change now.
Okay, my guy Mike wants to know, what are your favorite Bay Area artists?
Ooh.
I'm not gonna know anybody that you name, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Bay Area artists, these some young guns. We got the boy, uh,
His name
E40.
is just the boy.
Yeah, the boy E40. Um, and then I like I'll give you three. Lil Pete. Yeah.
Lil Peep. Okay, the boy. I know E40. E40's a
Okay.
legend. And
Yeah.
Lil Peep. I know one out of three. That's not bad.
Yeah. That
It's
ain't
not
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
I think the only artists that I know from the Bay are E40. I think Too Short is Too Short from the Bay.
Too short.
Too
I
Short.
mean, some people say from LA, but I let it rock.
And I know the Jacka who passed away like some years ago. Those are the only
Yeah.
Bay Area
Okay.
artists I know. Yeah, that's all I
Okay.
know. But what's your post weigh in meal? How do you celebrate making weight and basically go through your rehydration process?
Um. So I love a nice steak, man. Just get the protein back, man.
Uh
Especially like like a filet mignon or something,
huh.
something
Oh,
juicy,
you
some.
fancy.
Yeah, I
Oh.
like yeah, man. Got out of flavor up in there.
You say filet mignon. You my man
Yeah,
fancy. Okay.
that should be juicy. Get a good medium rare.
Uh
Come
huh.
on, man. Come on, man.
Now, 135, is that your weight class that you feel most comfortable at, or are you looking to move up, move down? Like, how you feeling at 135?
Yeah, I'm comfortable at 135. If they had a 40, that would be my next weight. But I'd rather stay at 135 than go up to 37 because my body's not big enough for 47 right now.
Hey, but they,
Honestly,
they
that
might have a 40.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's all I was saying. If they end up getting a 40, then I could possibly move up to there
Yeah,
in the near
not sure if you
future.
saw the news today, but Richardson Hitchens
Yeah,
is
I
Zuffa
did.
now.
I seen
So,
that. They
yeah,
might
they
have to
might
make
have
it
a
work.
40.
Yeah.
They want to have a
Um,
40. That's more
but
food.
exactly. Nah, but 47, that would probably be like my max weight, honestly. That I would probably get to. Maybe possibly 54, but 47 was, what it's looking like.
Yeah, you're not that big of a guy though. So
Yeah,
I don't know if you
nah.
wanna go all the way up to 54. 54, 54 or something, man. That's a great, great, great division. But you're in one of the best divisions in boxing right now. Like I said, you guys got Mark Magsayo, Rayo Valenzuela, you got Justin Valoria, you got a couple of the European guys out there. Like
Hmm.
who would you how would you say that you rank amongst the 135 pounders at Zufa?
I feel like I don't really know all the fighters like that, but if I had to take a guess, I would say I'm like top 15. I'm definitely one of the top people up there, but like I
Yeah.
said, I just don't know. I don't really know a lot of the fighters that are signed, honestly, especially in the lightweight division. Except
Now
except like some of the names that you said, like Jose
yeah, Valenzuela.
Valenzuela and
We just call him
Mark
Rayo. We
McIntyre.
just call him Rayo.
Yeah, right, yo.
Yeah. But I'm not sure what the game plan is for Zuffa when it comes to fighting people that's not signed by Zuffa. Well, obviously with
Mm,
135 pounds, we got guys like Tank Davis, Lamont Roach, Shakur
yeah.
Stevenson, Raymond Murataya. Have you given any thought to fighting guys of that ilk?
Yeah. In the future, definitely. I would. I feel like I would just really need to get my experience up. That would have come down to my experience. Um, I feel like I got a lot of skills, a lot of talent. And I just gotta keep continuing building on that. Um, it would come down to experience because these guys got a lot more experience than me. They got a lot more pro fights than me, and they got way more amateur fights than me. So
Yeah.
I would just have to keep growing. Really, a lot more experience in getting these fights.
Martin wants to know how would you describe your Tijuana experience, and would you recommend that for others getting started at the pro boxing level?
Uh, Man, my Tijuana experience, it was cool for the first couple ones. I say my third one was a little shaky. They was kind of on us, getting money out of us from the police. The cartel people. It was all kind of.
Wow.
It was a rough ride. It was a rough ride. Being out there a few times, but starting off, it's good. I kind of somebody described it as kind of like college of boxing. Like you're getting experience. They probably gonna match you up decently, but you just getting experience to like get better, getting more comfortable in the ring without headgear and smaller gloves. But yeah, like being in Tijuana, you definitely got to watch out where certain places that you go for sure.
Yeah, keep your head on a swivel. Shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy out there, man. But that's pretty cool that you started out in Mexico. It's like you're basically getting everything through the mud, nothing handed to you. You know, been working hard, man. Everybody's watching, man, and we're looking forward to see, what it is you're gonna do in the future. I know you got some stuff you need to do, but before you get out of here, can you just tell the people where they can find you at? You still with us, Tone?
Might have lost him.
Um,
Oh, you hear me,
all right, well, I'll tell the people.
Oh, he's
Okay, we
back.
can hear you
Matt?
now. Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me?
Nah, I can't hear you. Damn, man.
Can he
Somebody
hear you,
called me.
Huey?
Hey, Tony,
I
can you
think
hear
it
me?
messed up the thing.
Hey, Tone, can you hear me?
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
he
he
can
can
hear
hear
you.
me either.
Um,
Hey Tony, can you hear
Give
us
me
now?
1 second, Huey.
I tried removing him backstage and then adding him again, but
Okay.
Tony, are you able to hear us? Nah.
All right. Listen, we'll get that info out to people because I really do want people to follow Tony's journey. He has a very interesting story, as a lot of you guys have heard. Um, if you guys want to follow Tony on Instagram, it's at Tony Hirsch Jr. TonyHirschJr. Make sure you guys go give him a follow, go support what he's doing because he's one of the next guys up and coming in boxing in Zuffa boxing. So make sure you guys check that out. I want to say thank you to
Can't hear you.
my
Can't
guy
hear you still,
Huey.
Matt.
I want to say thank you to my guy Huey for helping put this together. Also, I want to thank Evan Korn for putting this together. Many thanks to Evan Korn of Zuffa Boxing. Shout out to all the listeners. Martin, my guy Coda Kid, salute to you. Coda Kid, Bruce Gas, as always. Mike, Big Dog Lukey, Boomer, Noob. Shout out to everyone that's joining us, Roll Boxing. Shout out to everyone that's joining us, and everyone that's gonna listen to this. This will be out on Spotify sometime soon, so make sure you guys check that out. But this has been another edition of Brunch Boxing. He is our host, Ezra Boxing. He is our COO, the Mexican Alhaim and Mike. I am Matt. We are Brunch Boxing,
No
and we
audio. Oh.
are out.